Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning to one and all. Today we are in for another poem. English lesson 2.5 Autumn. Originally written by Kalidas and translated by Professor A.W. Ryder. This poem is telling us about the autumn season, the autumn weather, what actually happens during the day and what actually happens during the night time. Autumn is that type of season where you can see it comes after the rainy seasons. It comes during the month of September, October, and we are in the month of September at present. In that way, mid-September. So autumn is more likely to start off at this time. We are actually on the 21st of September is the main autumn equinox in that way. This poem has been written by Kalidas originally, translated by A.W. Ryder, professor. Apart from that, it is a scene from the village area. It is a scene from the hamlet area. It is a scene from the Gram Panchayat side, village side, or you can call it as a countryside. Kalidas has told us that autumn is like a maiden fair, is like a beautiful lady or a beautiful girl. As the weather changes, as the season changes, autumn comes in as a beautiful lady, maiden fair. And by the time the autumn season is over, she is grown into a full woman and she leaves us with a happy heart. This whole scene is taken or made up or viewed into a recalling method or in a memorized method. Let's see what it tells you, what Kalidas wants you to understand from the season autumn. The autumn comes a maiden fair in slenderness and grace, with nodding rice stems in her hair and lilies in her face. In flowers of grasses she is clad, and as she moves along, birds greet her with their cooing glad, like a bracelet tinkling song. A diadem adorns the night of multitudinous stars. Her silken robe is white moonlight, set free from cloudy bars, and on her face the radiant moon. Bewitching smiles are shown. She seems a slender maid who soon will be a woman grown. Again I am repeating it to you. Here again there are rhyme words there. The first line and the third line rhymes. The second and the fourth line rhymes. Fair hair, grace, face. The next stanza again the first line and the second line rhymes. Clad, gad, and second and third line rhymes. Second and fourth line rhymes. A long song. And the next stanza again same way. Night, moonlight, stars, bars. Fourth stanza, it's moon, soon, shone, grown. So rhyming scheme is there, rhyming words are there. You better remember that, you better understand that. If you have any queries, any doubts, you're most welcome to ask me as and when you feel like. The autumn comes a maiden fair. That means the poet Kalidas is telling or calling autumn as a beautiful girl, as a beautiful lady, as a maiden fair. Maiden means an unmarried woman, unmarried girl. Fair means the complexion, she is beautiful, she is good looking, she is slim and trim. In slenderness and grace, slenderness, I've given you all the meanings on the board. Slender means slim, Slenderness means slim and trim. Obviously, a thin girl will look much more beautiful than a obese lady or a fat lady in that case, or in a fat young girl. Grace is telling you, I've given you meaning of the grace, respectful. With nodding rice stems in her hair and lilies in her face. Nodding rice stem in her hair means the lady is in the paddy field. The lady, the woman, the maid is in the paddy field. Obviously, during the rains, the farmers do grow rice or paddy, you can call it. And now, during the autumn season, the females go plucking or rearranging the complete paddy field, and the stalk or the stem of the paddy of the rice gets stuck into the hair of the beautiful girl, maid. That is why it is saying, with nodding rice stems in her hair. Obviously, hair means on the head. Nodding rice stem, as the head moves, the hair is the nodding stem is also moving about. Lilies in her face. Lily is the name of a flower which, when one sees it, has a blush, has a smile on the face. That means the lady is, the maiden is, the maid is smiling on her face. In flowers of grasses she is clad. Now, obviously, where she is out of there, the grass is green. There's flowers out here, is the flowers of the rice stem, rice crop. Obviously, all the rice crop is there, and it is showing you that the dress of the lady, the maiden, the maid, is covered with flowers on the complete body. And as she moves along the field, along the cropping plantation, birds greet her with their cooing glads. Birds greet her. Obviously, you're on an open land, open field. You will find different types of birds out there, flying out there, plucking, picking up all the grains that are fallen or they wish to eat. Therefore, birds greet her, birds welcome her, birds pull on her, birds are looking at her also with their cooing glad. Cooing glad means the sound of the bird. Cooing glad means sound of bird. Like a bracelet, tinkling song. Bracelet is an ornament that is worn on the wrist. Bracelet is an ornament that is worn on the wrist. The tinkling song, tinkling means the sound of that bracelet is moving up. The females, the ladies, the maid who is in the field, in the crop, on the plantation out there, she is plucking up, picking up the paddy field, putting it out, and she is putting it, cleaning it up, picking it up in such a manner and doing it in such a way that it is being done in such a way that the whole body is covered with grass, the head is covered with paddy stalks or stems in that, and the breeze is moving off in such a manner. Any questions? I just repeat this whole stanza of yours, 2 stanzas, 4 lines each. Again, I am reminding you there's a rhyme scheme out there, AB, AB, AB type. So you got to be very, very careful. A, B, it will be in that way. That is the rhyme scheme, and the rhyme words for the first stanza is fair hair, grace face. Second stanza, glad, a long song. Next stanza is night, moonlight. Next stanza, moon soon. Before that again, star bars, shone grown. So the autumn is called as a thin, slim, trim, beautiful maid. And the autumn has been welcomed with the lady who is doing cropping in the paddy field, in the paddy, in the rice plot, in the rice garden. She is full of youthness, full of beauty, full of smiles, she is wearing, the birds are calling her, birds are greeting her. She has bracelet on her wrist which is making sound, tinkling sound as she is working on the field. In that way, So you got to be very careful, you got to understand it. Kalidas is the original writer of this poem, but it has been translated by Professor A.W. Ryder. If you have any doubts, any queries, any questions, all the meanings I have given on the board, yet you have any doubts, you're most welcome to call me, to chat me, but remember it should be personal number, not in the group that you are in. Whatever doubts you have, you better give me a call or a chat on my personal number and not in the group. Please subscribe to the channel, share the channel, like the channel and comment on this also. And please do it on time, listen to it very, very carefully, because every word has more than one meaning, so please be careful as and when it is used. Thank you. Jazakallah.